Hey guys, so I really wanted to go over the Nickmercs situation as I feel as if both sides are just not really understanding each other's points, and because of that they're just not really getting anywhere. And so I kind of wanted to bridge that gap to get everyone to at least understand the core values of each other's arguments, and yes, even Activision-Blizzard's, because I'm a nice guy. So this battle obviously begins on the most ferocious battlegrounds the world has ever seen, Twitter. So the tweet that started this contained a video showcasing anti-LGBT protesters attacking pro-LGBT demonstrators outside of Glendale, California, as the school board was voting on whether or not they should recognize June as Pride Month, to which a guy quote tweeted it and just said that America is in a sad place right now, let people love who they want to love and live your own life, which is, pretty good. And Nickmercs responded saying they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. To which the guy responded and said, who is they and what terrible act is everyone afraid of? I think / hope the goal of most of them is to reduce child... This is done through acceptance and removing the stigma of feeling / being different. As a dad, I'm struggling to see the harm. Gay doesn't equals P word, which, is a fair statement. So just as a little backstory to who Nickmercs even is, he's obviously a streamer that streams on Twitch who predominantly plays Call of Duty Warzone. Now, he obviously got a big star in the community, and so because of that, him alongside with Tim the Tapman got their own player skin as well as weapon skins. And I mean, they're one of the first streamers to actually get their own skins in the game, and they just look really cool. I mean, Nickmercs' brand is obviously this like Greek Spartan type thing, and I mean, you can't go wrong with red and black. If that's his brand, then Tim the Tapman's got to be like a retired WWE wrestler. I mean, the modeling department did not do him justice. But I mean, the only other celebrity that actually got their own skin from my knowledge is Snoop Dogg. Now, this shit looked goofy as hell. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know who bought this. I think the only person that bought it is Snoop Dogg. But, I don't even consider him a gamer anymore, considering he got kicked out of FaZe. So, Now, because Nickmercs essentially did the impossible by having his own skin implemented within a Call of Duty game, which honestly has never been done before, obviously Activision, after seeing his tweet, felt a sense of responsibility as they feel as if they are condoning this behavior as they have a working relationship, which, a reflection of his comments can be seen or mistaken as their comments, which is obviously something they don't want on their conscience. And as a response to this, Charlie Intel, who is a Twitter account that reports on everything Activision and just Call of Duty, tweeted and said, it appears Activision has removed Nickmercs' bundle from the Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 store this evening. Activision has not commented on why it has been removed, but the removal of his bundle comes a day after Nickmercs' recent comments about the LGBT plus community, to which the Call of Duty Twitter account responded and said, due to the recent events, we have removed the Nickmercs operator bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating Pride with our employees and our community. Now, I can already tell you what the comments are going to be. I can't really show them as what they're going to be, but it's kind of split between two. One are essentially defending Nickmercs' opinions, saying that gay people and etc. shouldn't be shoving their opinions down people's throats, whereas the other people are saying that Nickmercs is obviously homophobic and so forth, therefore he shouldn't be platformed by Activision / Call of Duty, and he should be cancelled / receive punishment, which he kind of did by having his skin removed. So the Call of Duty community started boycotting Activision because they obviously saw the punishment as just being unjust, and Activision kind of just like falling into the quota of every single company kneeling down to the woke agenda. And so because of that, one of the biggest proponents that came out about it first was Dr. Disrespect. Now, he isn't a real doctor. He's obviously just a streamer. This is him doing it.
What we got to do is uninstall the game. Number one.
Bro, Destiny 2 and Among Us is right there, bro. It's so close. Just install them.
I mean, don't get a mistake. In this year's Call of Duty, it's the worst in its franchise.
Yeah, he used to work on Call of Duty Ghosts, by the way. So I don't know where he gets off saying that. But Hassan maybe had like the best roast of his entire career by saying this. I sped this up, by the way.
Yes, he is more loyal to... He's more loyal to Nickmercs having his skin than his own wife. I know. Yes, he's more loyal to that. I mean, he's also more loyal to...
Dr. Disrespect obviously cheated on his wife, so, if I talk, I'm in big trouble. Now, he eventually broke silence and said, "Friends are created in good times, but families are built through adversity. Appreciate all of you that have my back, understand my position as a new father, and recognize the love I have for all. Ain't no hate in this heart." I don't know what, I think that says Peter and Lewis. I mean, I don't know what that is, but yeah. Now, after tweeting that, he did shortly go live to kind of address the entire thing and expand on what he said before. And I'll play mostly the full clip as he explains everything, and I don't really feel like it's doing him justice by cutting it up a lot. So I'll mostly play the full clip now.
But her and I agree that we want to be the ones to talk to our kid about things like that. I'm trying to keep it really simple, just so we don't have to get too crazy about it, because there's nothing to get crazy about. It's just, it really is that simple. I think I just have a bigger perspective on this now, being a parent, than I did maybe 2 months ago. So, the video bothered me, right? And that's I just don't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think that it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, then you're just wrong. I don't have any quarrel with anybody in here. I don't have any quarrel with people on the internet. It wasn't an gay tweet. That wasn't what it was. Now listen, if you have issues with me or if you have issues with that tweet, then hey, listen, I'm down to agree to disagree. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. But if you think that I hate you because you're a certain way, you just couldn't be any more wrong. That's not the truth. I've said things in my past. I've done things in my past. We all have, okay? People grow. People get better. It's part of life, man, okay? And I've grown a lot as a human being. I'm sure we all have, okay? I do not feel that way. I just simply feel that I want to be the one and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that. And that was the tweet. That was the tweet. You can take the tweet if you want, and you can spin it, flip it, flop it, quote tweet it. You can put 10 paragraphs on top of it. You can do whatever you want to it to make you feel better if that's what you want to do. But that was the tweet, okay? So if you came here to hear that, I hope you feel a little better about it. I didn't mean to upset anybody. I know that I did. I'm not apologizing about the tweets. I don't feel like it's wrong. I'm gonna stand by what I said. I'm not gonna delete the tweet. I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly the point I was trying to make by tweeting my response.
Now that we're all caught up, I wanted to go into 3 separate categories of arguments for both Activision-Blizzard, the LGBTQ plus community, as well as Nickmercs, and see how they kind of all match up against each other. I'll start with Activision-Blizzard first, and I mean, simply put, they were valid in removing his skin, and whether you agree with that or not, you have to really look at it at a business standpoint. If you do something to jeopardize the reputation of a business, you're going to get cut, and that's just the reality of it. And if you're going to specifically do it during Pride Month, literally the only month that they change their profile picture and glorify that type of stuff, then you're basically asking for it. Can you make the argument that they overreacted? Maybe. But at the end of the day, you are representing them as your likeness, your brand is literally implemented within the game. So no one should really be surprised that that happened. Even though Nickmercs and Activision-Blizzard are 2 separate entities, he is still representing them, and his opinions could be seen as their opinion, and that could be really dangerous for them, and they're just taking the proper precautions. But look, at the end of the day, Nickmercs is just kind of worried that someone else will push their own political and personal beliefs onto their kid and essentially convince them that there's something that they're not. Now, whether or not someone is even able to do that, that is up to him as a parent. Now, within the LGBTQ plus community, their concern is that what they are trying to teach and educate children about is simply just biology. It is biology that someone can be gay. It is biology that someone can be lesbian. It is just biology, and that's just the reality of it. Now, did the LGBTQ plus community overreact over this? Most probably. But Nick's concern is that many kids lack the complex understanding to really understand what they could be. And him as a father, he simply just wants to be there for his kid to guide his own kid and not have a teacher who may have their own agenda. And let's be real, this has happened before, and it's not common, but it has happened. And him as a father, he's entitled to that right. But even with that right, you still have to respect the idea that the LGBTQ plus community want to be heard, and they simply just want to help other people. And yes, as a parent, you do have the right to know what is being taught to your kid and when it is being taught to your kid. And the LGBTQ plus community have to respect that. However, do not underestimate the idea of them simply just wanting to be heard and wanting to be respected by just society in general. And I feel like once either side begin to demonize one another simply by assuming that they have ill intent, then that just starts really becoming unhealthy and just really just pointless. But yeah, honestly, this video was really hard to make. I mean, like, I had a lot of internal battles just within my thoughts themselves, just to kind of decide who was right and who was wrong. And honestly, I can just see both sides being right in their own respects, that it kind of just makes it really difficult for me to form my own opinion. And I don't mean to fence it, but like, you know, sometimes I don't have all the answers, okay? But, you know, if you guys like the video, remember to like, and remember to join the Discord, okay? You know, make fun of me, become more relevant than me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.